Oh shit. Here we go again.
Previously, we took on Monster Hunter Rise Village Quest and completed the entire storyline damage list. See, if you missed that, you could watch the saga by clicking this link. But after the credits rolled, I realized that it was only low rank, and high rank hadn't even been touched yet. I didn't even really think about it much, and then released the video. Then I was told there's another ending to this game, and it happens after you fully beat high rank, which gives me more difficult monsters and movesets to take on, as well as new builds, skills to use, and new drip to get. Just like today's sponsor, me. I've been working behind the scenes with Slaker to release some cool merch. The shop is officially open today, and to celebrate the release of this video, we decided to release a shirt showing off the spirit of this challenge. But hey, if that's not your style, we still have shirts, hats, tumblers, mugs, and even desk mats to choose from. And for the first 2 weeks after this video releases, we're having a grand opening sale with a 10% discount. So use code NOHIT at checkout. Thank you again to Slaker, and go look at the merch and grab anything that interests you. But for now, let's get back to the video. Before we hop into the run, let's quickly go over the rules that we set in that last one. 1. Don't take any damage. That includes environmental, chip, and monster damage. 2. No co-op. I have to run this solo, but that doesn't include my pets. 3. Only one non-monster key quest per rank. However, this rule really didn't even need to be said since high rank is all large monsters anyways. So, 4. Farming is allowed, but the rule sets are still set in place for when I farm. 5. Beat the game until the final cutscene plays. If I fail any of these, I have to abandon the quest and run it again. If I give up the challenge, it's over and I will admit defeat. So, with all of that out of the way, can you beat Monster Hunter Rise high rank without taking any damage? Let's go. The first major challenge we face is the special license quest. On their own, they're super simple and monsters that I've already beaten, but the major issue comes from the fact that these are multi-monster quests. So that means I have to play perfectly and without getting hit for 20 plus minutes, and they are 2 to 3 monsters a quest. The first special license quest is an Axonom and a Rathian. At this point, I hadn't played Monster Hunter Rise in a few months, so I was still a little rusty, and it showed. I got hit by 2 moves that could have been easily avoided. Oh, no! But luckily on the third run, I completed the first special license quest. Ooh. The next one is rough, since it has the bane of my previous run's existence. It has Bishan, Great Azuchi, and unfortunately, Magna Malo. Oh boy. Even in this one, I show my rustiness more and more by getting hit by very dumb things. But luckily, from here on out, things start to change. I wanted to see if I could do more damage, but the weapon I had was the best I can get. I can't really get skills yet since, it's still low rank. So what can I do? Dango. Now, I ignored Dango with low rank since when I ate it, it just ate up all my points and it went away if I failed, so it felt like a resource that is just a waste. But here, I played low rank enough to have enough of a padding to essentially waste those points to get better hunts. So I decided to start eating the Dango every single hunt for high rank. What I decided to get was the Dango Booster, which increases my attack for a limited time at the very start of the hunt. I also started bringing Mega Demon Drug and a Might Seed and Demon Powder. After a few more failed hunts, someone in chat told me a little bit more about these beetles in the world. Alright, so there's 4 beetles. Each inflict their own blight to a monster. My original misconception about what the blights are was corrected by my chat. At first, I thought all blights lowered the resistance of the same element of that blight. So for example, if I put water blight on something, I thought that that monster would be weaker to water. But no, each one did something unique and more extremely helpful than I thought. Ice blight slows down the monster to a crawl, which helps me dodge more effectively and see the monster's hits coming in. Fire blight. It gives damage over time. Also, it makes the monsters more likely to flinch. Water blight softens the monster, which allows you to otherwise hit tougher parts for significantly higher damage. And finally, thunder blight allows all weapons the ability to stun a monster if you hit them enough, especially if you hit them in the head. The knowledge of these beetles are crucial to the rest of this run, and actually it changes how I play from a macro point of view. I also started using the strats of my previous run on Magna Malo again. I put traps on the ground with bombs in them. Most of these I always got to Magna Malo, but at least I was still improving. Yeah. then with that, I got hit. You. Very close to those two. And then on the 14th run, we finally got this quest done. But of course, the nightmare had just begun. Here, we had to take on the third special license quest, fighting Rathalos, Zinogre, and Allmother. But completely unaware of the pain, and just got off the joy of beating that last hunt, we pressed on. The stopping point in that last run was absolutely Magnamalo. Here, it's either Allmother or Rathalos, and I'm not sure which one it is yet, and that's the only thing that I'm worried about. Ah, yep, it's the Rathalos. Got it. At this point, I needed to see what variety the Dango had. So I decided to run some quests, not only get new Dango, but also farm for new mats. I also did a lot of villager requests like taking pictures of rock lizards, collecting boat shells, and a bunch of other miscellaneous things. At that same time, we started completing quests for the Meowcenaries and submarines, so they could do what they needed to do. And at the end, we finally got the low rank mystic weapons for both my Palico and Palamuth, both very, very high sleep weapons. But after all of that, we went back to the real quest at hand. So it's a new day. We decided to hop on stream, and for the first 12 minutes, we got 2 wipes. Yeah, it's gonna be a great day. Oh, we beat it. And it only took us 12 tries. That's not bad. Okay, here we are in the final quest until we could finally enter high rank. It's taken us about 4.5 hours to get to this point, with admittedly, some pretty rough resets. But now, the Blue Apex. It's another Rampage quest where you have to fight waves of monsters again, and then finally a bigger one. But this one has an Apex. An Apex monster is bigger and more aggressive version of itself, with a bigger moveset and way more damage if it hits. So, whenever they come into the fight, they also could destroy barriers in a single hit. The only thing that could really stop them is the final gate and you. The first 2 times, I got hit in the normal run of the Rampage. But on the 3rd time, I finally got to the Apex, just for him to jump down and hit me with 0 counterplay. With the added fails, this hunt started being a long time sink. 5 tries took a full hour. And coming off of 3 other multi-monster hunts, it was slowly draining me. On the 7th run, I decided that I'm just going to watch the fight after I failed. I wanted to see what the monster moveset was and what this fight has in store. After watching that fight, I went at it again. On the 10th and 12th run, I was starting to give up hope, with the question of, can I even do this one? And at some point, someone in chat said maybe we should have the Rampage and Apex both be separate no-hit run spots. So for example, if I beat the Rampage, I don't have to do the Rampage again. But if I don't beat the Apex, I could just run through the Rampage and not really worrying about, not getting hit and only focus on the Apex. So that's going to be the new required rule here. So we're going to put that as rule 6. In required Rampages, complete the Rampage and Apex separately. Okay. Now, I'm still going to try not to get hit, but going to the Apex is more important. And even after that rule set changed, we got hit again and again. But luckily, on the 15th try, we finally got it. Yes! It only took us 4 hours. But hey, we got a cool beast gem out of it. And here we are, finally into high rank. Most of these monsters we've already fought, so we're just going to run through them unless they cause us trouble. The first order of business is upgrading to Champion Lightbow Gun 2 and taking on the first high rank quest, which is another multi-monster quest, of course. I'm just a glutton for punishment, huh? Honestly, it wasn't bad. I beat it on my first run. Boom. At this point, I started thinking about what skills I wanted, what weapons and other things that I could do. Right now, the Pierce Up build is high on that list. So I went for the Tetradon, since the low rank armor had some pretty good gunner gear. And once again, he went down first try. With that, we had enough to make the helm and chest, giving us a normal up 2 and evade extender 1. After we built what we needed, I wanted to blaze past more monsters, just so we could get more armor. So with that, we took on the Lagombi. I felt super confident in myself, and then Okay, let's do something else. Hey, look, another multi-monster quest. Thinking that, you know, maybe we could get, you know, more monsters, we could see more armor sets. After 2 quick fails, no. No! Oh, okay. Ooh, I almost messed up. My heart stopped for a moment as I wire bugged into the Zurios, but I'm so glad for the range of that shock trap. Since skills are way more accessible now, we took time on stream to plan and take some ideas from chat. We decided that the Pierce build was the goal since it'll do heavy damage later in the run. But I always needed at least a Evade extender in all my builds, and what to remove started being the question. So for now, we knew what monster we wanted to get the armor from for this early part, and it's a Great Rocky. And there was a quest to fight a Great Baggy and a Great Woggy all at once. And we also get to learn a new light bow gun move. Both things that I guess, please. We get to feed 2 birds with 1 hand. This fight was pretty easy too, and we beat it first go. See, today was the new day of streaming, and the first run I wanted something super easy, so we took on the Great Azuchi, and like clockwork, oh, we got hit. But on the second go we got it.
Nocturnal creatures coming out to feast find themselves becoming prey to this long-necked beast. Down the hatch they go, definitely deceased. Craven miscreant, show your mug if you dare. But when it turns to face you, you'd rather be elsewhere. Its perturbing expression, a sight too much to bear.
Kazu. We really didn't fight him in the last run. I normally dislike this guy since he has an AoE of electricity around his body and a very long neck. If you're not ready, it will completely smack you in the face. I started going to other areas to mount other monsters just so we could fight our target. It was risky since I still had the vault, but once we put a mine down and shot it, we got an easy mount. And just like most of the intro high rank monsters, we took him down first try. Okay, let's go for the first high rank urgent, Geratodus. Mr. Fish wasn't that bad. Back in Monster Hunter World, I farmed this fish if I ever wanted to get a quest done quick since he was a nothing monster with my charge blade. But here, breaking his mud was a lot more difficult with the light bowgun. So of course, it took me a little bit longer to beat him. But he was also a long boy, which meant piercing was very good against him. And I started noticing how high that pierce damage was. It made me think more and more about that build. But after a small mistake, we got the fish the second try. After beating that, we unlocked the 5-star quests and new weapon and armor sets. With that, we actually upgraded to the Champion Light Bowgun 3, which increases our damage from 190 to 224, increasing by 34 raw. We got a lot more requests in town, so I went and talked to everyone I could, and then we picked up our first 5-star quest. Royal Ludrith is one we've already fought before, and he didn't really bring anything new to the fight, but unfortunately we still got hit. But we easily got him on the second go. Next monster in the roster is Baroth, which once again is a pretty easy fight, although riding Basarios was kind of lame and we got our first failed mount. But in the end, we still got him first try too.
An evening stroll. Looking for a snack to swallow whole. Never mind the taste. Satiety is the goal. Not enough, not enough. The beast growls for more. Anything is game for a true omnivore.
Yeah, if I had to watch that, so did you. But hey, a new monster we hadn't fought yet. Pookie. See, he spits poison from his mouth, flies around, then shoots poison from his tail. Getting hit by anything of his is gonna hurt. But, you know, seeing that most of his text has an hour-long tell, it was really easy to avoid. In the end, we got him first go around as well. I can say that I was actually really nervous about this run. Getting into high rank literally almost made me quit and say, I just can't do this. And now we're kind of breezing through all of these monsters with like 1 or 2 runs. Looking back at my lower rank runs, I failed a lot. But that's actually something I'm pretty proud of. Every time I failed, I learned something new. I found cool tricks that made me a better player. But here I'm getting win after win and not really learning anything new. I kind of miss failing. I don't feel like I'm challenged anymore. As much as I'm proud of the skill that I have now and how much I've grown, I fear that I'm going to grow complacent because I know I'm not the best I can be. I know that I can improve. But failing is kind of okay. It's okay to say, hey, I'm not good enough yet, but one day I'll be there. One day I'll be better. Failing is just another opportunity for you to go again, to push past your limits. But failure is also there to let you know this is your limit. And even that's okay. You gave it your best, right? It also helps you know where, hey, this is it. I have no more room for improvement. But at the end of the day, that's what makes it your best. After that, we take on Bishtin, and it's literally the same fight from low rank. We got the monkey the first try. Okay. But in that same hunt, we found our first Rajang. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid that one like the plague. It's Rajang. Next hunt is Mysterios. A smooth hunt until the very end. I put down a trap and assumed that fireball would be blocked by the tree. It's a really dumb move, and we had to reset. It seems like our resets are just dumb mistakes. But it's okay. We got the rock second go around.
All right.
Oh, look. We got everything we need to unlock another urgent quest. So we could go into the 6-star quest. Oh, hey, look. Is that Mississippi? Oh, that was, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I haven't upgraded my armor at all. Yeah, that's probably something we should, you know, look into doing soon. Yeah, you know, with some close calls, we finally got him on the second go around, though. The first 6-star quest. It's gonna be Zinogre. Okay, cool. I ran him twice and failed both times. One of them, it just hit me in the air with this dumb stupid tail. But I had to go for today. So that's it for Zinogre for now. A couple things happened in my personal life, so we actually returned to this challenge about a month later. I completely forgot who I was fighting. So as soon as I came back, we took on Anjanath. So even though I technically beat him in the first video, I wanted to give him his proper intro this time. During the first run of him, it was going super smooth, and I thought I was going to get him the first try. But as I turned the corner to go for a wake up hit, I noticed my HP was missing. Super confused, I abandoned the quest. But luckily through editing, we could see what actually happened. Wait, I got hit by a small monster? Seriously? Okay, whatever. Luckily, the second go around, we got him. Okay, real quick. We're gonna do a quick speed run of the 2 monsters here. First, Summoncanth. Got him first go. Second, Zinogre. First go. Technically, it's the third, but I completely forgot about the other 2 runs when I recorded that. So, first go.
Shall wipe the land clean, so we may meet at last in paradise unseen.
All right, our second and last required rampage of the entire game. Thank God. But yeah, we're gonna need that new rule set for this one. On the first run, we beat the Rampage portion super easy. But oh boy, Bushi. This Wind Serpent is one of the flagship monsters of the game. He's big, he flies, throws wind everywhere. And since this is one of the first times I actually fought this monster, I didn't know that he had a dash attack that went twice. So I dodged the first one thinking I'm good, fired back. And during that reload, I also didn't know he had this too, a big laser. Yeah, okay, I needed a new strategy. So even though this is an urgent quest, it's not a true urgent quest, just like any other Rampage. I still had more key quests that I could go, and you know, I thought maybe I could build my build up a little bit more before we attempted this again. So we went back and took on some other monsters. Bobi Dudachi, my arch nemesis. Yep, he's back in full force. But with him, I learned, and we got him. He's done, and I never have to see him again. And with that win, we had enough mats in order to make 3 jumping jewels for max evade extender. So now that shouldn't be an issue anymore. Alright, off to Nargacuga. Now, here's one that we're gonna have to farm a bit for. See, while reading some builds off the internet, one of the more popular weapons is the Night Owl, which completely requires some rare mats from Nargacuga. So let's try to get them done quick. Okay, so this wasn't easy, but there was one point where I was actually able to mount the monster. So I shot it, but it just didn't let me. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. Did you glitch out? After I failed it, I learned that I have to be on the same ground as the monster or above the monster. So I kind of failed that one because the game messed up, but it doesn't matter. We were able to go again. Since this one was a little tougher, I actually used Rajang to help me do more damage. And on my 6th go, we finally captured it. Alright, let's go back and fight Ibushi. Using the new rule for the Rampages, all we needed now was to get Ibushi. And in our 4th attempt, we did it. We fought him back. And finally, we got access to the Urgent to get to the highest star rank. Let's go.
Crawling with a mincing gait, dressed in a white gown, aimlessly she roams, queen without a crown. Her beloved children always by her side, share their mother's temper and her fiery pride.
Ah, yes, a Timnoceran, or however you want to call it. I 100% love my favorite spider family in Monster Hunter. We have this one, the Rachna Kadaki, and we also have Nerscylla, not including its subtypes. Rachna is actually one of my favorite monsters in base Rise. I love how it moves and the 2 forms it takes while fighting. One has a base form where it's cloaked in web. It has its babies holding onto it and is able to use its babies as an extension of its own body, being able to fly across the room in a split second. The second is after you break the web armor, it creates a cocoon around its abdomen, allowing it to move quicker and use fire more freely. The way it moves and fights is just awesome. When I first took it on, I did everything really well, but sadly got hit by its webs. And on the 3rd run, I got the trap down, I got everything done, and... oh yeah, there's also this. Okay, on my 5th run, we finally got enough mounts and did enough damage to finally get a cap. Yes! 7 stars, here we come. Okay, this is rough. All the monsters here, I just hate. There's 5 required key quests and 6 monsters available. There's Magnamalo, Amoldron, Diablos, Tigrex, Rajang, and Gusharog. I needed a game plan. Who was I not going to beat? Am I going to have the hardest time fight Rajang? Rajang 100%. Yeah, no. Fuck that Rajang. Yeah, I know it means I have to fight Magnamalo for a 3rd time and Amoldron for a 3rd time, but I also have to beat Diablos, Tigrex, and luckily Gosharog. Alright, let's do it. Okay, we're gonna speed through the 2 monsters that we've already done again. Magnamalo. Yeah, nothing majorly new except... oh, it's a turf war. Okay, that's something not really normal. Fine. Well, we got on the second try. A Maldron? Yeah, there's 0 surprises here. Ouch. Including the fact that this guy's a jerk, but hey, we got him on the 6th run. Alright, let's look at our new monsters. Tigrex is an interesting monster. He's super aggressive and just does not stop attacking. And for what I know, he's the only monster that has a roar that does damage if you're in the range of it. I love actually watching this guy fight. But what I don't like is fighting him. The first run, I didn't really even fight him. I got hit by a fish while trying to mount Diablos. Great. And then I got hit by a speedy charge, a massive jump from downtown, his dumb shotgun attack, twice. Got hit by another train, and jumped on again. But finally, on the 8th go, with a hard-won fight, we got Tigrex. And with that, we actually have the mats to make the Night Owl Light Bowgun. So, this new weapon is great. It does have a lower raw than other weapons, kind of sitting at 190, but it does have a 40% affinity, which is amazing for Pierce builds. And since we got our last weapon, maybe it'd be best if we do some quick homekeeping quest here. First, let's finalize a build. And we also get to build a Power Talon, which, when it's in my inventory, it gives me more attack, and it stacks with a Power Charm. Alright, so I built the Rhinoplast Helm, a Shell-Studded Vest, a Juritotus of Ambraces, Shell-Studded Sash, and Ingot Greaves for my armor. And with that, I was able to put a little bit more gems on my armor as well. I had enough to make 2 recoil downs. I also wanted to farm for Humble Scrap so I could make high rank mystic weapons for my animals as well. Alright, it was high time to make a new talisman. So I put in a bunch of mats and started rolling for the weakness exploit. So I started doing 1-star village quests just to, complete the requirements for the meld and Meowcenaries. And after a bunch of runs, I got what I think is the best in slot talisman for right now. It has weakness exploit 2, attack boost 2, and it has a level 2 gem slot and 2 level 1 gem slots. So with that, the skills that mattered were Pierce Up 3, Attack Boost 2, Critical Eye 2, Evade Extender 3, and Ballistics 1. Yeah, things were going great. Okay, this one is a terror. With the ability to burrow and jump out of nowhere, it's able to swing its tail like a hammer and smack you with its horns. It normally is just a pain. But while being at almost full build, I wrecked it and I captured it first go. I was actually expecting a little bit more of a harder fight, but I could just chalk this up to the power of my light bowgun. And with that, I was also able to make 3 reload speed decos. Alright, I knew I was saving this one for last since I wanted an easy fight before that last urgent. He's a really cool looking fight, but with the power of this build and having the sleep weapons on both my animals, yeah, this fight was done as almost as it started. Although, while in the fight, I did try to put a bomb on its head. A Vermobro flew over and I stuck it on the bird. If I had a quarter for every time that happened, I'd have like 50 cents. I know it's not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. But hey, let's go to the urgent.
My king, oh my king, come forth now with haste. With my elegant lightning, let us lay this land to waste. Tear apart the skies, rend the clouds asunder. Pave the road to paradise with hurricane and thunder.
What can I say about Narwa, besides the fact that she's an all-around better version of Ibushi? Stronger moves, wider hits, moves that can cover the entire arena, and a tail attack that shoots electric homing bullets at you. This fight needed all of my skills to beat, and I had to consistently be on my toes. The only good thing about this fight is that whenever I failed, the reset was super easy. I had a prism bird at the very start. Cool. Oh, come on. Oh. Okay, she's hard. But on the 9th attempt, I played super safe. I stayed at a good range where I could dodge the floor level rings and just fired everything I could at Narwa. And whenever it started using its supers, I used the Dragonator and Wyvern shots until I finally got her. And man, it felt great. Fuck. I really hope that... So we did it. We beat Monster Hunter Rise high rank. In other words, can you beat Monster Hunter Rise high rank without taking... Wait, what's this? Hunter rank cap. Oh, there's more. Okay, got it. So here's where a rule addendum has to be put into place. So I said earlier that farming is allowed, but we still have to keep up the rule set. Here, we're kind of going to change that rule a little bit. At this point, we just unlocked our hunter rank, and we have to grind to hunter rank 20, which is a couple fights here and there. Now, I don't want to have to do a no-hit run for every single one of those. So what we're going to do is we are able to play normally all the way up to when our cap happens again. And then we're going to fight the urgent and do the no-hit run again. And that's how we're going to do it every single cap. Okay, so without further ado, let's grind to HR 20. An Elder Dragon, and one that I've actually never fought before. This is such a cool dragon, but it's not really a hard fight. One of its big gimmicks is that it could turn invisible, and when it did, I could still easily see it and keep up the pressure. Honestly, if I just continued attacking it, I probably would have gotten this one on the first go. But I wanted to use the Rathalos to fight it, and I misjudged my dodge, and he hit me. The second go around, it went very similar. I kept the pressure up, I used both monsters to fight it, and then I mounted Chameleos itself and hit it in the wall. After a few more minutes of just straight firepower, yeah, we caught him. First Elder Dragon done. Alright, let's grind to HR 30. Second try? Back in World, Kushla was the bane to my charge blade. Without any wind pressure negation, every time you got close to him, he just pushed you back and just hit you for free. This run though, yeah, I felt like I was the bane of his existence. It was a nothing fight. There were some close calls, but nothing really bad. I'm not sure if the monsters got easier or I just got better. But hey, because of my pride, absolutely I'm gonna say I got better. But I took Kushla down first try. All right, let's go to HR 40. Yes. Another one from World, the Flame Emperor. He was so annoying in the past. I thought now that I am at a ranged and I could just hit him from afar, his cloak really wouldn't hurt me that bad, so this one might be an easy fight. Also, I've been 1 and 2 shotting these Elder Dragons, so I think I'm gonna do this one super easily. Oh no. Uh-oh. I don't know where hit. Dang, okay, fine, I get it, you tough. Jeez, right before the fall, right? Not only was he hard, but the edges of the Arena 14 does a small amount of damage if you dodge to an edge. So I had to reset even on those. But in the end, and on my 11th try, we finally got him. And with that, we fully completed our build as well. So let's do a quick overview before we get to the last boss. We have the Night Owl, the Rhinoplast Helm, the Valk Mail, the Rathalos Braces, Anjanath Coil, and the Golden Hakama. as well as a level 7 talisman. Let's look at the skills in the armor. They are attack boost 4, critical boost 3, spare shot 3, pierce up 3, recoil down 3, and evade extender 3. And with the build and gear ready to go, let's grind to HR 50.
Divine beasts with grace replete, finally the twain shall meet. My queen, smite the earth with your thunder. My king, let storm tear the clouds asunder. With lightning and hurricane, we sear and slice. For we are the architects of true paradise. Let us form our final bond to rule the world and all beyond.
All right, it's here. The final boss, Allmother Narwa. The fight that I've been dreading since I actually heard about it. It's a multi-monster fight with both a Bushi and then a powered-up Narwa. Both of them having new moves, hitting faster and harder than before, all in a tiny arena. Heck, even reading the fight on the wiki recommends that you not fight Allmother with any ranged weapon since the arena is so small. The fight opens up with you fighting Ibushi at the Coral Palace. After you do some damage, he goes in the center preparing to do a big hit, and you have to do enough damage to him for him to fall to the ground, which completely cancels the move. Then, after a while of dancing with Ibushi, he falls down into the pit below the arena and where Narwa is waiting. Soon, Narwa consumes Ibushi and takes its power to become Allmother Narwa, and that's when the real fight begins. In this small arena, she flies around, doing AoEs and hitting from afar with large explosion attacks. Once again, always having to stay on your toes until Allmother goes to the center to do its super move, where pillars come up from the ground and spin at random speeds and directions, and after a while, she's going to drop a supernova that hits the entire arena, except for a few platforms that she creates. But for that last one, I'm not going to deal with that, and I'm just going to Farcast her away until the main area. I'm just going to wait for all that to finish. But now that I know what the fight is it going to help me win it?
Down in the dungeon is all we know, where the shining light, we never go into the open. As far as you can see, it's wasting there, a big bright destiny. Don't you feel like breaking free? Open your eyes, embrace what you see now. Don't you feel like cutting loose? Yeah, cutting loose, cutting loose. I'm alive,
is. Everyone has a limit to do what they can do. I set my goal for 35 resets max, and then I would give up. I'm currently on 44. But you know, like I said, failure is okay. I did my best. I went over and beyond what I thought I could do. Even during that fight, I tried new things. On the 18th reset, I took off spare shot and I got evade window. On the 26th, I changed the dango to do more damage, but also have higher deviation. I also removed a reload for a new steady so I could remove that deviation. I changed things in the best of my ability and trying new strategies and new items and heck, even new beetles. But I guess that's it. You know, I can do this. I've come this far. Let's do it one more time.
Cause we're gonna shout it loud, even if our words seem meaningless. It's like I'm carrying the weight of the world. I wish that some way, somehow, that I could save every one of us. But the truth is that I'm only one girl. Maybe if I keep believing, my dreams will come to life. Come to life.
legit almost fucking fainted there. Holy fuck. I'm still at risk of fainting here. And there it is. We officially beat Monster Hunter Rise completely. And with the final cutscene playing in the back and Kimura Village freed from the Rampage and Allmother Narwa, we finally finished this challenge that took me 2 years to finish. Man, that's just a lot of weight off my shoulders with the release of this video. And I'm beyond proud of myself. Also, to answer a question that you guys might have, no, I truly was going to release this video without actually beating it. I genuinely felt like I could not finish the challenge. There was a few times that I didn't think my own skill was good enough. And with that final try, that actually was my final try. If I didn't do it there, I wouldn't have continued. It took me 45 attempts to beat Narwa, and that was several hours and attempts more than I thought I could do. But honestly, I'm glad I pushed through.
As the fires of the forge shine bright, and the sky is filled with sunlight, the village is rid of its former strife, returning to a peaceful life. If you're ever in the neighborhood for a hunt, feel free to drop by anytime you want. This village is warm like the light of day, and no one will ever be turned away.
Before we go to the closing statements, this video took a very long time to make. So, I decided to give you a little bit of an extra treat. I got something new for you. After Narwa, what can go wrong? Oh my god. And done. Okay, everyone. It is time to ask the question. Can you beat Monster Hunter Rise without taking any damage? Yes. Yes, you can. It'll take a lot of time and a lot of skill, but yeah, absolutely. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, don't forget to like the video. Also, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you once again, Disliker. Go check out the cool new merch, including the Monster Hunter one we made for this video. And don't forget to use the coupon code NOHIT for 10% out checkout. But until next time, this is Amintech. I'm going to sleep. I'll see you soon. Peace, everyone.